my name is Carrie. Welcome to Stitching on the 40, my channel all about my cross-stitching journey. This is FlossTube number 9, yay! All about my 2026 plans. Finally got this video here. Today is January 1st, 2026, so Happy New Year to everybody. It's exciting to be in this year. It's gonna be a great year for everyone, hopefully. So I thought I would start off with 2026 plans with a cute little project that I finished a couple of years ago. It's called My Stitching Time by Waxing Moon Designs. And I had it framed. Of course, we're going to get ring light in here. So that's exciting. I was not able to get my external microphone to work, so it's just a camera microphone, so I will do my best to talk into the microphone. But it says, my stitching time is sometimes for your safety. Remember that. That's a really cute design. Tammy and I stitched this as a twin project 2 years ago during Christmas time. I think it was around Christmas time. So that's a lot of fun. And I love the frame that the framer helped me pick out. I think it looks fantastic for this piece. So again, we've got the ring light in there. That's awesome. Yay. All right. So there's that finish. So I'm going to put this up behind me and I'll be right back. Okay. So we're all settled. That's up there now. It looks great for January 2026. So 2026 plans. I've thought about this and when I was visiting my friend Tammy, we worked out our twin projects for the year. And so I'll be showing all 12 of those. We do have 13. However, Victorian Charm's kind of sitting on a back burner right now. So I'm going to leave that out for 2026. So I just have 12 twin projects, 3 gift projects, and then 2 projects that I want to work on for myself for 2026. So, and Tammy and I do have 4 new starts in those twin projects. I have 3 of them to show you, and then the 4th one, I'll just have to explain what it is and pop up a picture of it for you. Because I don't know where the chart is right now. I have to find it. Still working on organization, as you can see my mess behind me. All right. So to start off for 2026 plans, I don't have any goals for anything. With the Heaven and Earth Designs Stitch Along for 2026, they did, as a bonus for Christmas, release the Amy Stewart exclusive chart for the Stitch Along. If you finished 1 full page, you got this chart, but as a Christmas present to the entire Stitch Along community, I guess you could say, all the people that are participating, they gifted that for Christmas. So we all have the new Amy Stewart Stitcher's Haven, or Stitcher's Heaven. I'm not sure if it's Heaven or Haven. It might be Haven. I'll have to go look. And we got 4 different options, regular size chart. We got a max color chart, a supersized max color chart, and then just there's one more. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it's just regular with no specialties to it. I can't remember exactly, but there were 4 options. And I love the details so much that I'm going to stitch the supersized max color version. I would like to start that this year, so that's a possible new start this year. However, there's not any, immediate plans to do that. So just kind of see where I'm going for 2026, just to work a little bit on each project every night when I get home from work, and then on the weekends to work on any twin project that Tammy and I are working on. I do plan on still doing a whip parade for my full coverage projects because I want to participate in full coverage February with the community. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I have a whole lot of full coverage projects to show. I'm still working out the details on how to go about my whip parade going forward. I will be moving sometime, I would imagine, in the summertime, so that maybe I might wait until towards fall time or the end of this year to do a full whip parade of all of my projects. Probably separated out by non-full coverage and full coverage, and kind of go that route. So let's get into 2026 projects that I'm going to work on this year. All right, I did get my 2026 book of days. So excited about that. So I've already started penciling in. the first week of projects that I'm going to work on. So I'm excited about that. And I have all those here to show you, just as a kind of, here's where I'm starting at the beginning of the year with these projects. There's only one project I'm going to put in a before picture, which is the Wise and the Brave Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along for 2026, because I have been working on that the last couple of days since I filmed my FlossTube number 8. So that's kind of where we're going in the direction with what I'm going to show you today, if that makes sense. All right. So I have an area here where I'm going to place stuff. So I did take everything out of its bags except for the ones I have on scroll frames. Those are in the pillowcases still because of my cats. And so actually the cats are sleeping. So let me pause this real quick, get those out of the pillowcases to make this a little bit shorter of a video and not have to have me wrangle in and out of the pillowcases. So I'll be right back again. All right, so I think I'm ready now. So I'm going to give you as many details as I can. If I have an index card, I've written my details on there, and then I will show you the cover photo, the final, you know, what it's supposed to look like when I'm done. So my first project, and these first two are going to be projects that I'm working on for myself this year. My first one is Belladonna's Gift. And I don't want to talk away from the microphone, so I'm just going to show this and then I'll give you details. She's super beautiful. I love this project. All right, so Belladonna's Gift is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs in 2006. It has 90 colors. I am stitching it on a 28 count white Monaco, and I started this project December 25th of 2021, and I really didn't work on it a whole lot the last 4 years, other than within the last couple of months I've made quite a bit of progress. So I'm really excited for my starting point of this project. Kind of lean over to the side there to put my notes over there. So here is Belladonna's Gift. Kind of give you a wide angle view there. And I noticed that when I put my projects up close into the camera to give you that zoom up, closer up look, the lighting changed quite a bit. So I'm going to try and work with that. So I'm just working across the top to work both sides at the same time, because a lot of green on this side, a lot of blue on that side. And then Miss Belladonna in the middle holding the Belladonna plant or flower. Both, maybe. I know how to do a little bit more research. I just remember the Belladonna from the movie Practical Magic. So there's Belladonna's Gift, and that's my starting point for this year. That's exciting. All right. So I'm just going to set these to the side. My second project that I'm working on for myself is the Wise and the Brave Stitch Along by Heaven and Earth Designs for 2026. So cute. This is by L&L Designs, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs in 2025. There are 86 colors. I'm stitching this on a 28 count white Monaco that ended up shrinking to a 31 count. And I dyed it with electric green and nebula navy mottled. I started it on December 28th of 2025. So this is the only one I would pop up a before picture, because I have been stitching on it the last couple of days and have made more progress. I'm almost at 1%, so that's exciting. So here is the fabric and my progress. So that's exciting. Yay! All right. Starting point for 2026. And that's the project I'm going to work on today for January 1st. So that's going to be fun. All right, now I have 3 gift projects that I would like to make significant progress on this year. I originally wanted to try and finish my house movie poster project. That is a gift for my brother. But that's just not really in the cards this year with all the life changes. So I decided just to focus on getting as much progress as I could throughout the year. This was charted by myself on pick2pat.com. It's 150 colors, and I'm stitching it on a 28 count white Monaco. So far, everything I've showed you is 1 strand of floss over 1 fabric square for full crosses stitching. And I started this on March 2nd of 2023. So just a couple years ago, but lots of moving around and life changes the last few years. And hopefully this year will be the last of the big major changes. So again, there's house. And let me get you my starting point for this year. It's exciting. Let me get some of this floss out of the way. Because when I showed it on FlossTube number 8, I never really redid the floss that's kind of in the way everywhere. So here is my starting point for 2026. That's exciting. Hopefully make lots of progress this year. All right, so there's that one. Trying to leave it up long enough so I can get a good screenshot for comparison for when I do my next update video. Okay, my next gift project, this one is for my niece and her husband. They've been married about 5 years now, and so this is called Stained Glass Window. It's a beautiful project. It is full coverage, surprisingly, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see, it's from Just Cross Stitch Magazine, April 2021. It has 22 colors. I'm stitching it on an 18 count cream / ivory Aida. Kind of, you know, we've gone between the colors throughout the years of calling it ivory or cream, so just kind of did both. And let's see, I did not dye the fabric, so it's just the cream ivory Aida, and I started it April 25th of 2023. So again, here's my cover photo. Beautiful. And my progress. I have quite a bit done on this. And there's a cute little fat quarter shop needle minder on there. There's my progress and my starting point for 2026. Love it. That is so pretty. That's really going to be beautiful when it's done. Love all the bursts of color. All right, so there's that one. Perfect. And my last gift project, both of these gift projects I would like to get on a scroll frame. I haven't done that yet, but hopefully I get that done this year before I stitch on them. This next gift project is for my sister-in-law, so my brother's wife. It is a Thomas Kincaid chart called The Light of Peace. And let's see, it was charted by Candemar Designs. It's a beautiful piece. Try to get the glare out of there. It's really pretty. It is full coverage. So I'm stitching this on a 28 count white Monaco. I did not dye it, so it's just the 28 count white Monaco. It has 40 colors, and I started it on June 17th of 2023. So there again is the picture. And my progress. I am doing the paper patterns on these, so I just have them scanned digitally into my Goodreader program. And there is my progress so far. It's really beautiful. I love the colors. It's coming in great. So I'll be excited to make more progress on that this year. Not sure how much. All right. This starts the twin projects with Tammy and I. I just have them in alphabetical order, not in the order we're going to be stitching them on, or stitching on them for the year. So like in January, we're going to do our Fancy Lady category, which for me is Minerva by Nora Corbett, and for her it's Bellatrix by, Bella Filipina. I was like, I know the designer name. Okay, so our first twin project is Bustling Bookshop. This is the one we work on all year long, just whenever we have the time. This is by Doreen Jones. And it was in the Craftways Cross Stitch Christmas 2024 book that they release in the summertime. I don't have an index card on that one, but I do know it's on an 18 count white Aida that I'm stitching 2 over 1. So 2 strands of floss over 1 fabric square, and all of my projects are full cross. So there's my progress, or my starting point for January. Oh, can I get my words right today? My starting point for 2026. Gorgeous. All right, so there's that one. Whoops, bumping everything. And then we're working on Chopping Mall. This is just a 1 month project. So we have 12 months in the year, as we all know. We pick one project for each month. I don't remember what month we're gonna stitch on this one, but here is Chopping Mall. It's by the Witchy Stitcher. Tilt it a little bit so you get it more kind of straight, I guess. All right, I'm stitching this on a 16 count white Aida that I snow dyed with gray modeling, and in one of my prior floss tubes I did kind of show that process and how that all worked out, because I live in a climate now where there is no snow anymore, so I won't be able to snow dye again. But luckily I had taken pictures of that process and was able to show them in the floss tube. I forget which number it was. I have to think about that. All right, so 46 colors in this project, and I did not write down when I started it, so I need to do some research to see if I can figure that out. So Chopping Mall. And here is my starting point for 2026. I did get quite a bit of progress done on this in 2025. And this is the fabric that I dyed. Oops. So I think it looks great. That's awesome. I am using some étoile in this. I do believe the étoile is called for in the pattern. But I substituted the blades for the knives and basically like all the murder weapons in the horror movies with the satin DMC silver. I think it's 762. All right. The next one is Owl's Christmas by Soda Stitch, right? It's Soda Stitch. Yeah, Soda Stitch. Super cute. All right, and I'm stitching this on a 14 count opalescent Aida, so sparkly Aida. It has 19 colors, and I started it on July 15th of 2022, and that's when Tammy started it also. All right, so show progress on this. It's so cute. Yay! And again, just a sparkly Aida. That's awesome. I love it. Again, I don't remember what months we're working on these, but you'll see it sometime throughout the year. And just to show my starting points here. Halloween Hamlet, I did work on this in December of 2025. I don't know when we're working on it again this year, but it'll come out eventually. This is by Carolyn Manning. It's part of the It Takes a Village collection, and it's on an 18 count white Aida that I dyed light purple modeled. It has 28 colors, and I started the project January 9th of 2022. All right. So here is my fabric and my progress, or starting point. I keep saying the wrong thing. Starting point for 2026. Perfect. All right. So there's that one. Halloween Quaker by Leela's Studio. Ooh, we got some glare on there. There we go. That is an awesome piece. A lot of people are stitching this one. But mine is on an 18 count Aida that I dyed with orange and gray modeling. I did not write down the number of colors or when I started it. Good grief. So I gotta go through all my my journals and stuff and figure out if I wrote that information down. So sorry, my phone is text message going off. Alright. So here is the fabric I dyed. This has a needle minder on it that Tammy gave me that says I never finish anything. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anything is not completed. Alright, but here's my fabric. I absolutely love it, and my starting point for 2026. Alright. Not putting these back in the bags right now, just folding them up so they don't get messed up. Tammy did decide to add a Holiday Quaker to her list, so it will now be a twin project with us. And this is also a stitch along with Jen's Stitchy Corner on YouTube. Alright, so we've got Holiday Quaker by Leela Studio. Such an awesome piece. It's kind of cool that these are like seasonal twin pieces with the Halloween and the holiday. Absolutely love it. Let's see, this is on a 14 count white opalescent Aida that I dyed ice blue modeled. That's with Dharma Trading Company powder dyes. It's got 14 colors. I started it on September 9th of 2022, and I am substituting a lot of etoile for snowflakes and other parts of the piece. Oh, let's show it again one more time. All right. So this is the fabric I dyed. So pretty. And my starting point. So I also changed the reindeer color from 310 to 3371, and I'm doing those antlers in etoile as well. Super pretty, I love it. Making great progress. All right. I'm really excited to work on all of these this year. Like I said, I don't have any set goals or anything, but just to kind of stitch on them a little bit throughout the year and the months that Tammy and I have assigned to these particular projects. Had a flyaway floss or strand from the fabric. Okay. 2 more for twin projects, and then I can show you the new starts we're going to have this year for twin projects. So Fancy Lady Month is going to be January. I am stitching on Minerva by Nora Corbett. So pretty. It seems like my fabric is kind of small, so I need to remeasure and make sure that I didn't make a mistake. It is an 18 count Aida, but I dyed it, so it seems like it's a lot smaller and tighter. I like the way the coverage is, but the stitches are kind of bulky and tight. But here's the fabric, and I didn't write down what I used to dye it, so I have no idea. And there's my progress, or starting point, I should say. So I do have to do some checks on that one before I stitch on it, and I do plan to stitch on it this weekend. The weekends are when Tammy stitches on her twin projects, so I'd like to stitch on them the same days that she does this year, and so that'll be the weekends for my twin project for each month. So I'm excited about that. So before I stitch on this for Saturday and Sunday, I have to check my measurements and my fabric and make sure I didn't mess something up. Because if I did, I will have to find another piece of fabric. I do have some pre-dyed fabrics that were gifted to me by Tammy from Under the Sea Fabrics, and they're beautiful fabrics. So I can go through those and see if any of them would work. If not, I can take the time to dye my own fabric. I'll just have to start it maybe more mid-month and restart it, I should say. But for now, this is what I'm going to be working with as far as I know. All right, so there's that one. That's exciting. And then The next one, I should say the last one that is an actual whip, is Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place. This is also a really popular piece that was a stitch along a few years ago. It is charted with anchor floss, which Tammy and I did get the anchor floss, and then all the specialty Krennics and Carolyn water lilies and stuff. So I do have all of that. It's on a 14 count haunted Aida. And this is when the haunted by Picture This Plus, the fabric was, haunted used to be more green. And so this reflects that because I bought it at that time. Haunted now, if you purchase it, is more of a blue tone. So here is my fabric. It's a pretty long piece. And this is my starting point for 2026. I will do all the beads and specialty floss and all that at the end, all the Krennics and everything. For now, I'm just doing my full regular cross stitches. So that's fun and exciting. All right, and I started this well before I had, I turned my camera back on so I could see what I'm doing. Before I had started dyeing my own fabric. No, that's not true, because I started dyeing my own fabric in 2020. And I started this January 25th of 2021. But I must have had the fabric when I was purchasing it a few years before. Has 42 colors. And yeah, so that's exciting. That's my starting point. How fun. All right. So where did I put... I think it's under here. I'm going to have to flip my pile back over. Because this is where I put our new starts for 2026. All right, so in March, which I have to dye fabric for this, in March we do plan to start Frosty Tiny Town by Heart and Hand and to stitch on that during the month of March this year. So here is Frosty Tiny Town. And there's a picture of it on the back as well. So cute. So I will dye Tammy and I fabric for this. I don't know that I'll record it though, because it's going to be the same process that I've already put a video out on. They did not model their fabric for the model stitch, but I'm debating on what I'm going to do, and I might, you know, make it a little darker gray color than what is recommended for, or what they used for the model. So there's that one. That's exciting. Then in April, we are doing the scary bag, which I'll have to put up a picture of that because I don't know where my chart is right now. So I've got to find that because we're stitching on that in April. That uses the DMC Pearl Cotton floss, and we've already gotten all of our floss for it, and I have to find the particular bag I'm stitching it on because it is going to be one of the small little bags that are from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't remember which color it's on. I'll have to look. It might be the purple one. I can't honestly remember, but it's one of the mini bags that we're going to stitch it on, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully I popped up a picture of that for you there, so you can see all the details of the designer and everything else, because I just don't remember offhand. All right, so then in June, our new start will be a Lola Crow design. I am going to be stitching the Haunted Library, and Tammy is going to be stitching the Ghostly Ball. So that's fun. This will be our first Lola Crow, and I'm really excited to stitch this. So I'll be doing the Haunted Library. That's exciting. I will dye my own fabric for this, and then I'll put up a picture of the Ghostly Ball, which is what Tammy's going to be stitching on, and I am going to dye her fabric for that as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun to do, and we start that again in June. I'm so excited. We have one more new start, and that's going to be in July. It is Party Like It's 1776, and it's by Little Stitch Girl. So adorable. We don't really have many 4th of July items, so again, this is going to be our July new start. I'm really excited about that. I don't think I have any finished 4th of July or any current whips of 4th of July. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. All right. So I think that's everything for my 2026 plans. I'm really excited to stitch on all of these projects and to figure out how to wrangle my roughly 150 projects so that I can do a full-on whip parade for everyone. But like I said earlier, I will be doing a full coverage whip parade in February for Full Coverage February, and I'm very excited about that and all the different projects that I'll be able to stitch on. I've really been wanting to stitch on a lot of full coverage lately, so that's exciting. So I'm really excited to do all that. I hope you have enjoyed watching my 2026 plans video, and hopefully you were stitching something while I was keeping you company. So thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, so my YouTube channel, my Stitching on the 40 here, is sitting at 498 subscribers. And I do plan on doing a giveaway to say thank you to the community and everybody that has taken the time to hang out with me and be part of my FlossTube journey. Yes, it's my FlossTube journey, but it's my cross-stitching journey. So for that giveaway, I set them up here so I wouldn't lose them. All right. And it's the 4 stitch cards from Fat Quarter Shop that I'm going to give away one to one person. So 4 different giveaways when I reach 500 subscribers. And it looks like we're just 2 away from that. So that's exciting. So hopefully by the time I film a update for you, I don't know if I'll be able to film once a week or every other week or just once a month. That's kind of up in the air right now, so I'm not sure when my next update will be, but hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Still having uploading issues, but I'm working on it. All right, so hopefully by the time I film FlossTube 10, I'll be doing this giveaway to say thank you to the community for being part of my stitching journey and continuing to hang out and watch what I'm up to. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I think that wraps it up for today for 2026 plans. Happy New Year to everyone. I'm really excited to be stitching on all these beautiful projects. And again, just to figure out the whole whip parade situation. Happy New Year and happy stitching.